Have you seen those videos on TikTok that are like Warzone? It's like, I paid a Fiverr editor $5 to make a clip, and they do those.
That's the song.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you about the guy who eats the food?
Yes.
That's the song. And the squirrel.
Yeah, and the squirrel does it.
Hello,
Bozo.
Hey everybody,
I'm Will.
I'm Sam.
I'm Adam. We are
Working Title! Young Midoriya!
Roto!
Oh yeah!
Oh, yeah! I like that.
Guys, we're back with My Hero episode.
Episode.
No, please continue.
Guys, we are back for another episode of My Hero Academia. This is Season 5, Episode 113, The High Deep Blue Sky.
I just had to give you a taste of your own medicine.
Last on...
Shigaraki's a devil.
A white devil.
A white devil. He took over
That
the
was not
Liberation
racially
Army.
motivated.
It is now the...
I meant it because it's hair, you know.
Shut up, Sam.
It is now the Paranormal Liberation Front.
Yes.
PLF.
Ploof.
And the heroes are screwed at this point.
Yeah.
So guys, if you enjoy our content... What?
And the heroes are screwed. Guys,
It's no cap!
no, you're right.
Good lord. Guys, if you enjoy our content, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscription button, notification bell's right next to it, leave a comment down below. Just tell us good morning or good night or something, or how you're doing.
Guys, if you want Patreon and you get a week ahead for early access, you got Vinland Saga, Full Metal Alchemist, Jujutsu Kaisen, Squid Games, and Star Wars Visions. So go check it out.
And it's not a market substitute. Go on whatever anime streaming service you prefer. Come back to YouTube, watch your boys' reaction. We're gonna go plus ultra.
Boom!
Got it that time. 1 month.
From this moment, the Liberation Army recognizes Tomura Shigaraki as Grand Commander!
Now, we'll do what we want.
He looks so creepy with the white hair.
And the bandages.
No wonder he let me come in.
If only someone had been strong enough to stop the League sooner, those poor citizens might not have died.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
not sold that this is actually him, but you did kill somebody. How heroic.
I knew it.
Genist.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They've got an army of soldiers united under one cause. Detnarat is a big player in the hero industry. And there are likely other high-end no-moves around waiting to be unleashed.
Oh, gosh.
There's little they couldn't do. But Shigaraki has gathered so much power that it might be impossible to stop him.
Literally.
Long live the liberation!
Uraraka?
Look, it's really you.
Hey,
I was just waiting for you.
Maybe she has a sister?
Can't move yet. There's still a backer behind the scenes. Need to get the full picture and alert Endeavor and the others before things are too far gone.
Your core blossomed in the Deka City fight.
Oh. Electricity?
Now you can obliterate not only something
Yeah.
you touch, but also whatever is connected to it. You have become the embodiment of destruction.
I do think he's going to upload the Nomus to him.
Why do you still seek more power?
Yeah.
If more strength is available, why wouldn't I take it? It's true that I'm no
combat his
longer
quirks.
forced to use cheap tricks. But look, my arm is ravaged. This is from using my ability once.
Yep.
And there's a whole war coming. I won't underestimate heroes anymore. I'll use all the power I can get to destroy All Might and his legacy. Our next fight's his last.
Using it. If our bodies can't harness memory and power, humanity will become unstable. Signs of this began showing up as early as the fourth Quirk generation.
Yeah.
All for one recognized that the problem with capacity was a serious one which needed to be remedied.
Just take it all for himself.
Doc, I'm overflowing with beautiful dreams.
Oh my
For the
god.
next 4 months, your life will be one of hellish agony. When you come out on the other side, if you survive,
Whoa, that's like Tokyo
all
Ghoul.
of your hand, even one for all.
One for all.
A of the many designs your master had for this world, that power was the only one that didn't end up going to plan.
I don't know what he means by that. Possibly. We're back.
Wow.
This again?
Well, new classmen too, or just more training.
Naval.
Lit. Okay.
Lucky, I want a sword.
Oh! Okay. Wow! Yeah,
She can
refract.
refract light.
Whoa.
And that's a wrap.
Wonderful job!
Look at him in his like
Your work
jumpsuit.
studies paid off. It's
coughing up
obvious
blood.
you're
Oh, yeah.
a quick hero. You're a
Want to know a secret about Acid Man? I got the idea from your Unbreakable.
Oh.
Hey!
He has a crush on her.
Well, he
Yeah.
nice.
got inspired by her.
Yeah.
They've obviously improved. Now show me what the rest of you have learned.
Our search skills improved.
Jiro and
Wow. Nice.
We have found more stuff.
Burst. Oh, kick. Nice.
Work study with normal hero manual.
Normal.
Number 222 on the chart.
What does he do?
Nothing. He's
Just a normal hero.
Sucks.
Tokoyami. Work study with wing hero. Hawk.
Number 2.
Number 2 on the chart.
Let's go!
See the big three.
Hey!
Fat gum.
Make my opponent lose the will to fight super quick. Kirishima. Work study with BMI hero Fat Gum. Number 58 on
I'm
the
in.
chart.
Teamwork
Did she just make
flying?
her fly?
and decisiveness.
Pushing myself to the max. Bakugo.
Oh yeah, Endeavor.
Todoroki. Work study with Flame Hero Endeavor.
What about Deku?
Deku.
This gift, you earned it with your own valiant efforts.
It feels like that was so long ago.
It's about 5 months.
Yeah.
You don't look back at me for approval anymore, do you?
Woo!
Don't make it
We got a new move too, man.
I got tons of experience.
Nice.
That's good. You don't need to. Keep going, young man.
Oh yeah.
Still looked back. Did you see that?
That was cool. That was cool.
Very cute.
It's all good. For real, man. Get any better and you're gonna make my quirk obsolete.
True. He's a useless power now.
Yeah, you're wrong,
I
man.
was able to gain control of Black Whip.
Aw.
Thank you.
You helped me so much. Thank you.
Oh, please, that's ancient history, Kay. Plus, look, seeing you inspired me to have these wires put in my costume. They're nothing compared to something like Zero and his teeth. Still, I made that experience something useful. And I think both of us are better because of it.
Her gauntlets look like a
True, I
Pokemon.
didn't think twice
Oh,
about that.
Little fairy.
yet. Maybe that means I need to be calmer when fighting?
Yeah, it's still fairy. Or Jigglypuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
Well,
Yeah.
the fairy has the pointy ears.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff does too.
I've been
What the fuck?
given
They're
the work
upset.
studies. The
We're
safety
tired.
commission must know something. If we find out who's manufacturing Nomu, then
Yeah.
what?
The hospital.
I'll have a surprise karaoke contest with them. Then boil their guts while their eardrums bleed.
Oh my.
Oh!
Well,
Sorry
Hey!
during your break. Eraserhead. It's about Eri.
Oh no.
what's going on?
Her horn got bigger. Did you use this
Congrats
quirk on her?
Black Whip.
Thank you very much.
And excellent work from you too, young Bakugo. There seems to be no limit to your potential.
Yeah, whatever.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I'm sorry.
What did
Next
that say?
step
Fight?
is yours.
Previous successor had said.
Read closely. I collected as many details about One for All's successors.
Holy
as possible.
shit.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find so much as a whisper about the second or third users.
Given the times that they live
The two
through,
that
They're
are
still alive.
Or the two that are blocked out.
Yes.
are going to be helpful to us.
That's weird.
I'm also not sure
That's really
what they
weird.
knew about the power.
None of these people started with quirks that were even worth mentioning. So it's no wonder I haven't heard of these nobodies.
Huh? What are you talking about? Their powers are amazing!
Yeah, because from the perspective of a loser like you, any quirk is amazing!
That's mean. You know how to hit me where it hurts.
What young Bakugo said isn't technically wrong. During a time when evil had more power than you could possibly comprehend now, All for One crushed anybody who could be considered strong. That was made possible by his perseverance and wide-ranging influence.
That's gas.
As they died, struggling in terrible pain, the past users entrusted this power to the future,
Whoa.
adding to its legacy. They weren't chosen ones. They were just the people who received the power, the people who passed it on.
Yeah.
A fight that kept repeating itself.
God. It's terrible.
No wonder they all died young.
Oh.
Yes, true.
So, what quirk are you gonna make the damn nerd learn to use next?
The next power you should manifest is float.
Float? Float?
His master.
My master's ability.
There you go.
I win!
What?
I use my explosions to fly! You're gonna waste time learning something I've basically been able to do forever!
What?
While you're crashing and burning, I'll hone my skills even more at the work study!
That's right,
In
you
other words,
idiot.
I'm rocking ahead of you!
I'll learn it fast and catch back
Uh-uh.
You'll probably panic, go out of control, and die!
Why does he look so weird?
Black whip quickly, so I should...
Die!
Die!
What fool cut the chives?
I did.
You shamed your sister! Damn it!
You're good.
No, you're just really bad at it, you idiot!
You shame your sister?
You shame your sister, yeah.
Because she's the cook.
She was a good cook.
Yeah. They
Now,
like her
friends,
cooking.
The long-awaited work-study exchange and
Oh,
starting the
God.
with the Bang Hot Pot Party is ready to begin.
The hot
Let's
pot
go.
Let's
party.
heat up. Nothing like a hot pot when it's cold outside.
By the time it warms up again, we'll be starting off our second year.
Time sure does fly.
Woo! Finally!
Think we'll be upperclassmen.
Sometimes, I'm suddenly overwhelmed with reality, and I can't believe how my life has changed.
This is where I like
I
Deku.
never
Right here.
imagined
Right
I'd
here.
one day be my teacher. Or that I'd be able to talk, I guess sorta normally with Kachan.
Yeah. Good job.
Wow.
Midori, pass the ponzu, please.
He's just checked out.
What?
Look at Yami's face.
The ponzu.
Oh, sorry! Here.
He's just like totally gone, man.
What are you doing? It's freezing out here. Oh, not much. You need me? What's up? Yes, I have a message from Tsukauchi. He wants to postpone your meeting with Stain for now. Got it. By the way, how's young Eri? Sleeping like a baby. My plan is to start her formal training this week. I'll help you. That'd be
I
nice.
can't believe they just said his name. This is when Aizawa kills him.
Shut up!
Something wrong? I decided to keep on living. I feel so powerless. Like nothing I try really matters.
Oh, man.
You defended us almost on your own for decades. So yeah, I'm sure it's hard to come down from that high. Your presence is enough to inspire greatness. That's the truth.
Listen to the music.
Oh.
I've never heard this
You
track
should sit
before.
back and put your feet up. Don't apologize for being alive.
Relax.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hi, this is
Jakku
unusual.
Hospital.
A pleasure to see you here, Doctor.
I must be sure of when they'll attack. Hopefully, the young heroes will have time to mature. Until then, I'll gather intel and learn everything about the Liberation War. X Day will be here soon.
Next day will be here.
Holy shite!
Well, We're going back to Jakku, boys.
But why? Nobody likes Jakku.
Why does everybody want to go back to Jakku?
Everybody wants Jakku.
I can't believe they name dropped Stain right there.
No.
I know, right?
We all lost our shit.
I wasn't expecting that.
Same. And All Might's gonna meet with him?
Because they just treat him like he doesn't really... I mean...
He hasn't existed since season 2.
No, it's... I think they talk... You can turn it down for a second, sorry. They talk about his name, but it's always from the perspective of our bad guys. So, I guess it's more meaningful just hearing our characters acknowledge his existence.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. What if... excuse me. What if All Might gets him to, like...
Join
side
him?
with us. We've
Sure.
been saying that he might side with the heroes.
But, like,
or at least
be
he
the
definitely
inside
yeah.
man on the prison to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
If there or like
I
if
mean,
there's
he
any,
respects All Might. That's the only hero he does respect.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets him to like, hey man, listen, I know you like respect me and all, and I know you're not a big fan of Hero Society, but we gotta we gotta stop the villains too. So if you hear anything in the underworld through the prison, like let me know.
Through the grapevine, yeah.
That means Toga and Spinner are joining our team.
That'd be lit. And twice.
And probably twice if Toga goes.
It's spring break, but we can't even enjoy it because our work.
This will probably be for the movie, maybe.
It says we have an expeditionary operation. So like a work field trip?
Hold on, for real? That's
the movie.
weird. Same for us.
Hero missions or something like that.
I wonder why.
Di, you ready to do your best in first grade?
Die?
Hey, it's the Endeavor toy.
Yeah.
There are heroes at the foot of the mountain. But we'll be evacuating residents from our position in the back.
Whoa,
The League of Villains. No. The Paranormal Liberation Front was plotting. And the harrowing incident that would shake superhuman society was about to begin.
Oh, so this is X Day or whatever.
Yeah.
The attack that's about to happen.
Damn, that ended abruptly.
I know. I was like, what?
Fuck, I didn't do anything.
Weird. So that's just a jump to the future, not about the movie, but just a jump to next season?
I think that's just the next big event, because you said that's the event that changes everything or whatever, something like that.
So hyped up music for probably the demise. Sheesh.
Well...
I would have... Yeah, I'll go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, I wonder how much our squad will even really get involved with the fight, because they said their mission is to evacuate people. Like, if they evacuate people and then the buffalo, like, shows up, you know, then, like, what if it's just, like, Endeavor, Hawks... Well, Hawks is going to be, like, a bad guy in this instance, but Endeavor, Hawks... all the top 10 heroes, and they're just like in there trying to like duke it out with Shigaraki and all them.
I don't see this ending well.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I see like the demise of like pro
Hero Society.
Yeah,
or like at least the adult pro heroes that are there. You know,
I'd like to hope that something will like be pretty catastrophic, because even All For One's fight. I mean, it leveled a portion of a city, but he was the big baddie.
Well, it took out our greatest hero.
Yeah.
It finally finished off All Might and put him on the sidelines, so...
Yeah. So that's how they're getting brought in. The Endeavor agency's adopting them to go in for search and rescue.
It's everybody.
Well, all agencies. They said.
Oh, did you see other students there in that group?
Yeah, they not in that group specifically, but they said that they all got called to a specific mission.
I think I saw a Class B person. It was that like a little twig person.
Yeah.
I think that was
I
Class
saw
B.
people I've never seen before
Was that
too.
Class B? He showed up somewhere. I don't know where he showed up.
Well, Uraraka in that intro, they're like, "Oh, it's spring break, and we're already getting called on a mission or something like that." So, yeah, that's crazy.
So it's not that far away either, because they were just in winter. So a couple days, like a couple months before spring break, assuming they do it somewhat like us.
Yeah.
I don't know how their school system operates, but
Me neither.
normally you have like 3 or so months before spring break kicks in. Maybe we get a time jump finally. Just jump to the next break.
We've had a couple time jumps this season.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Well, that's a wrap on season 5, guys.
Yes, we did it.
Yes, we did. 24 weeks later. Started this in March.
Sheesh.
Woo!
So we got to see Shigaraki getting electrocuted.
Yep, the return to that.
That was the start, if I'm not mistaken.
That and Hawks just being like present for the whole thing. But yeah, Shigaraki.
So was that in that moment? That's when Hawks realized. Is that when he decides to send the book to Endeavor? I think that's what that implies.
I think so.
That would have been the episode that leads into him going and giving it out to Midori and all those guys. Which is nice to have like a better time.
Do you want me to play it back? I apologize because I started talking when the doctor's talking about the power with Shigaraki.
Oh yeah,
because I was talking. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's hard to know when it's like going to be important or not. Yeah, I didn't. I was trying to figure out what so he just thought that it was a.
He said that everything went to plan except for All for One.
Yeah, his brother accidentally adopting the One for All.
Yeah.
When you come out on the other side, if you survive, the world will be in the palm of your hand. Even One for All.
Oh.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Any designs your master had for this world,
listen.
That power was the only one that didn't end up going to plan.
So he said, out of all the designs for this world, that was the only power that didn't go to plan. That means Shigaraki figures out at that point that One for All was created by All for One.
The designs your master had for this world, that power was the only one that didn't end up going to plan.
Yeah. So he didn't expect to essentially create All Might through what he did.
Yeah. I knew that part. What the part that I didn't hear is that he's going to be more powerful than All for One.
Well, no, that he said everything is at the tip of his hand, including One for All.
Yeah, but I mean, like that. I feel like that insinuates that it's showing that Shigaraki's even more going to be more powerful than his master himself.
He could. Yeah.
If he reaches out and touches it, grabs it.
Well, I mean,
there's quirks we probably haven't even seen from him.
So you don't think that his master told him about One for All?
Shigaraki?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he seems to be shocked by all of those statements that he just said right there. So I don't.
Maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe he told him like how it works, but didn't say that it was his fault that it like happened. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. Also, the fourth generation thing. They hinted at that. They explained that a bit to us during the child arc, whatever, with Shoto and Bakugo, about how the powers are going to increase, and it's actually wild. So, All for One thinks. I mean, that means that he's pretty much against the Liberation Army idea. In a way, like he doesn't like the idea of the powers getting so out of hand. He'd rather have it all for himself, and not let it get to the point that he can't even control it, because it's gonna 12th and 14th and onward generations are gonna be naturally amazing.
Yeah.
You think this guy wants to be immortal? You think he is?
Like he already is.
Yeah.
Who's he?
All for One.
All for One.
Well, okay. So here's the other thing. You guys talked over this when All Might was talking about the predecessors, the previous generations, because you were like, oh, maybe they're still alive. He literally says that they were alive so long ago that there's not really like accurate records of them. Mm-hmm. So that means that they're probably dead or long gone at this point.
They all died at a young age.
And they all died at a young age, and
there's no intel in the second or third.
But so we know the first is the vestige that we've seen, the brother, and at that point, all I'm saying is that if we assume that all those are like relatively like generations, you know what I mean? Like someone lives to like they're 30, they pass it to like a 16-year-old. Like All for One at minimum has probably been around for like at least 100 years. There's like eight.
Yeah.
Freaking.
That's
eight or nine One for Alls.
I think that was probably the thing that made me like think that he was ancient to begin with. It was just the fact that there's all these people that he was fighting before like All Might was even a thing.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Even if they don't have records because it was so long ago, the first two, Deku channeled it into like a spiritual realm and still didn't visually see them. A spiritual realm doesn't care for records. It's presumably you'd see everybody in an infinite time. So why do you think they were blurred out then? Now that like there's double emphasis on we don't know who the first two were, or like the second and third.
Second, third, or all of them.
The second and third one were completely blurred out for us.
I mean, it could also be that he was also saying that their quirks weren't like anything special because All For One literally took or obliterated anything that had a good quirk. I'm sorry. So, like, if you had a good quirk, he either took it or killed you. So that means that the first couple, One For Alls that got passed down were just like, here, you take my, my able to read 3 seconds faster ability. Hey, you take my tie shoes really fast ability with my mind. You know what I mean? Like, they just kept passing it down until we got to, like, oh, you have superhuman strength, or you have this. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Yeah, so it looks like right now we have an idea of the first 5. So if we start at the fifth person who got it,
which is Black Whip.
Well, is Black Whip. So he didn't have the super strength. He had Black Whip, which is why he was on that duty of taking all the stuff. Which probably means that number 4, who we don't know yet, who I think is the purple guy, the purple, like, the jacket, might be the guy with the super strength.
Okay.
And then Nana Shimura was Float and took the super strength and still had Black Whip, maybe, or never used it, I don't know. And then All Might, who didn't have power, inherited those 3. There was a green guy before the 5th one. I think it was the green guy before the 5th one, right?
I don't remember.
Shaggy hair.
It's been a while. I don't remember what order they are in.
I just remember the one with the tattoo on his face.
Yeah, they showed in this episode. They showed in this episode of them all like exchanging hands from one to the other.
That was really depressing.
So that was the fourth user, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So Deku's the 9th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
9 users. So 9.
And he's gonna complete it.
9 All Might, Nana Shimura. Then we don't know the 6th, and the 5th was Black Whip.
The 5th was Black Whip.
Mm-hmm.
So
Deku, All Might.
That might have been his power, but then we don't know what came before for 4, 3, and 2.
Yeah.
And 1 didn't have anything other than the passing. So maybe the first 2 were just somewhat basic, and then where it started to pick up was
the 3rd,
the 4th, before Black Whip. Huh. So maybe he doesn't have really as much as we thought that he was going to have.
Well, I don't know. There's so many locks, but it also could be... I was kind of curious. They never really specified this, but I kind of was thinking of, like, okay, so, like, why does Deku getting access to all these quirks now? Because the previous users haven't. Like, Nana Shimura, I mean, we don't really know exactly what her full quirk was other than float. I mean, we haven't even really gotten the answer to what float means other than flying.
Because All Might doesn't float.
No, All Might doesn't float. All Might just has the strength.
He propels himself.
Black Whip literally only used Black Whip. That's why I only had the one ability. So why are they all manifesting now that Deku can use them?
Or why do they all know something's coming?
Or why did All Might get strength and not float?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. So maybe it's like
what's the personality thing?
Well, I think that it might be more like
All Might had a strong heart.
One For All just manifests itself in different ways with, like,
different.
It's like you have I don't know. It's like you freaking have like a vending machine and you don't know what's going to come out. You just hit a button and it just drops you what you're going to get.
Oh, like a lottery machine.
Yes, a lottery machine. That's a better example. Like you have a lottery machine. You don't really know what you're going to get, but it's probably going to be one of these like 10 possibilities. And every time we add a quirk, it's just added on. But with the whole vestiges things and them kind of being connected like spiritually, and the first user having some type of connection to the point where he's talking to Deku. And seems like no one else has had the experience yet. You know what I mean? Like, Nana Shimura never brought it up. All Might never had it, which is only 2 that we know personally. So...
Didn't Gran Torino say Nana had mentioned some stuff?
She had mentioned that she had, like, some dream or something one time, but nothing else really happened of it, I think.
Also, sidebar, what if this is one of their quirks?
The spirit realm part?
Yeah.
Could be. That's the thing. It very well could be.
Or that's Deku's quirk.
How are dead people talking to him?
What if it's Deku's quirk and like it wouldn't work until he, by some fraction of a percentage, got passed down the quirk so it activated? Once again, that 20% of useless powers.
That could be the case. But but all I'm saying is that maybe because the vestiges have some type of like...
I know. That's dirty.
The vestiges have some type of like spiritual like part to them that they can activate or access more. Like maybe One for All is evolving, is what I'm trying to say. Like it's not just like a single passing quirk.
With
It's
the
not just like we're
generations.
connecting. Yeah, it's just like the generational thing.
Could be
Like
that.
your quirk, your quirk when your parent had it might have been a little lighter thumb, and now you can make a ball of fire, and now you can fly with your fire, like your Endeavor. Like it's expanded, so maybe over time, One for All is expanded as well. Or
Maybe that's how you beat.
evolved.
Maybe that's how you beat the Liberation Army. You pass on all One for All and
Bakugo.
let it keep on getting bigger. Bakugo, Shoto.
Eri.
That's game over. Or you might delete it.
Yeah.
If you give it to her, because she sets back time.
I don't think she could set back herself though.
True.
So she
I
might.
don't
But
know.
she might,
Did she set back her horn?
I don't know who did that. I thought that was based off stress or something. Like they were able to calm her. What did happen?
The horn they say was like relative to like how much her quirk was acting up. So like the
Yeah.
more control she had, like the less it was, or like the less it wasn't as predominant. Like
I don't remember why it dwindled after the overhaul fight. I don't remember what led to going back to like into her head.
because she was
Maybe the festival.
It was like right after the overhaul fight, and they're like, "Oh, it's shrunk."
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't remember.
I don't
Now
know.
she's in this, and her quirk is acting up.
True.
Oh yeah, she is back.
Her quirk is acting up.
Her
So
horn
now-
itches.
Yeah, it's probably because it's growing.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that. They're not going to do the same thing for her. And what's his face? Aizawa said he'll start training her next week.
Yeah.
With All Might.
And with that scene, just because we're there, All Might's gonna meet with Stain.
Yeah.
It was
If they can get it to
postponed
work,
though.
yeah.
It's got to be that he's. Gonna
It's
get
postponed so that we can watch it for season 6.
Him. Yeah, it's got to be that they're going to get him to join them, try and at least be some type of inside man, or maybe see like. I mean, they might try and connect with him. All Might try and connect with him and see how much it's like. Okay, you really like me, dude. Like, are you going to be my homie or not?
But also with that, like, just because how much we broke down, All for One could hear the security guys talking through the camera. I mean, you gotta imagine he could hear what's going on inside this prison.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Would that stop anything about the Stain stuff?
I mean, you could have Stain get killed.
Or Stain could kill him.
No shot.
Come
Yeah,
on,
that's
gotta support,
shots.
gotta support,
Dude,
gotta
this
support
is
your
a
boy.
god.
Gotta support your boy.
I support my boy all the way, but I don't see him standing a chance against
Bakugo
him.
can take him down.
Take who down?
Anyone.
Who?
Anyone.
Who?
Him?
Everyone.
Yeah, right.
No.
I love Bakugo, but at this stage of the game, not now. Maybe in 10 years, we'll see. But yeah, all of our little heroes have gotten stronger.
Yeah.
They've all leveled up in some form.
Yeah, not even
Invisible
like
Girl.
quirk wise, just how they think.
Yeah, just
which
how
is
they
interesting.
Maybe a
Invisible
little
Girl's powerful.
what?
Invisible Girl's powerful.
Refracting light.
She was sending it through the robots.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah,
I
everybody,
didn't see the sword. Was he holding it here?
It was his
It was
a
just
tummy
like
sword.
it was just like he was keeping the beam at a
Okay.
constant, which is kind of so he's supposed to like
a
pelvic
saber.
thrust,
He already does, so
But,
might as well. It's his best thing.
do some some hip move. Ha-ta-ta.
Playing sword fight with the robots.
Oh God. Pause.
I didn't write the show.
Anyways,
No, you didn't.
Anyways,
Yeah.
There's a,
Uraraka was thanked for helping Deku.
bro, wait, hold on.
there's something else we.
Uraraka with like, is that her family member with Hawks?
We haven't
Yeah,
met
what
her.
was
Liberation
that?
Army? Like, is that supposed to be her mom or something?
I don't know.
You know, Adam said that during the episode, and I was like, oh yeah, it's just a character that looks like it. And then, like, they nonchalantly had somebody step right in front of her, and I was like, is that supposed to be like one of those Easter eggs you see in shows where it's like they hint at something ahead of time, and then you learn like the family members of our cast is like on the other team, ideology wise.
Yeah.
Does Uraraka have? We know she has parents that she's
Yeah,
making
mom
money
and
for.
dad.
We don't know anything about siblings.
No.
Yeah,
It literally-
I think she's an only
It
child.
sounded like Uraraka.
Yeah, it
like
did.
when.
She literally was Uraraka, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if she has siblings. They could always spin that. The
It's
lost,
probably Toga.
the lost sister.
It's probably Toga.
Toga's up
Toga's
on the
back
stage.
behind.
Probably Toga.
Probably Toga. Toga has a twin.
So, something else that we brought up. Sorry that we're jumping around. This is just crazy.
Whatever.
I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but Best Jeanist is dead.
Oh, fuck, too. Yeah, like, well, you even said, Dobby did say, I don't even know if this is actually him.
Exactly, that's why I said that.
But
I'm surprised you'd kill somebody.
But he's gone. Like, he's been missing. We don't know where he's
After he had been missing after his injury.
So what could it be?
I mean, I don't know. We don't have anybody that could fake a body currently.
That's what I mean.
Hero side.
But then, like, would Hawks actually kill somebody just to, like, get info?
Especially somebody in the top 10.
I mean,
it's pretty, like...
That is
pretty aggressive of, like...
Yeah, but we're also talking about, like, an army of 100,000 that could literally destroy Japan. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes it's a double agent.
Yeah, but at that point, you're pretty much the villain, too.
You know?
Aaron Kruger's not a good dude.
You gotta blend in, man.
Yeah,
he's a bad guy in my eyes.
I'm not saying he's... Well, there's a difference between a good dude versus the one that's fighting on the good side.
Yeah.
Like, you could fight for the good... You could be, you know, a proud soldier for your country and believe in all the noble things, but then you could also, behind the scenes, like, be assassinating people because it's part of the duty of protecting your country. So... I'm just saying people have done worse or just as bad to protect their country.
Yeah, I don't think Hawks actually killed him. I think it's something else.
Fake.
Considering they didn't show his face, I would say it's probably not.
They showed his hair and the lower half of his face.
Yeah, but like, but with the statement too of like, I don't even know this is actually him. Like that to me, I'm like, doubt. Casting a shadow of doubt.
Yeah, then it's even worse. Like, he killed the dude and like it didn't work immediately, so he just killed him for nothing.
Yeah,
so it's even worse of a thing.
I want to bring this up. So every time we see All for One, I say, show us your face. And you say, dude, we've already seen his face 1,000 times.
We have.
We haven't seen his face with eyeballs.
Yes, we have. In like the first, one of the first episodes of the season, they show it when they're in that dream world.
Google it. Just kidding.
I mean, we can. You just avoid the black and white images.
No, I don't want
to. They showed it. They showed it in the episode where... Because you were freaking out during the episode. You're like, oh, they're showing his face. And I was like, yeah, looks dope. They've showed it.
I don't remember it at all.
It's all good.
Why? I mean, like, why? Okay, if they've shown us his face, why do they keep concealing his face in these flashbacks?
Honestly, I think it's a cool artistic choice because it's like gives him this element of I don't know. Like I like the idea. I like the choice of not showing his face because it gives more importance for the moments when he does show up and show his face. Like, it gives a literal image of hiding. Like, he is hiding all the time, but it like is a cool indication of you don't deserve to see him until he wants you to see him. That's how I take it.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the choice personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a cool just a cool choice to show like. I think to me, I feel like it represents more like power too. Mm-hmm. You're not even at his eye level. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's,
like,
exactly.
That's more how I take it than like the hiding thing. Like you're just like he's literally not even on your level that you could look past his lips.
Yeah. He'll show it when he wants to, not you.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like too like what else? Like I don't know what the significance could be of not showing his full face.
Yeah.
Other than if it was like. You look just like someone, but like, we already know that like
Shigaraki hides his face all the time.
Yeah,
bad guys in shows always have shrouds over their face just because it's a bit more menacing to not know what the evil looks like. At the end of the day, he's just a normal-looking dude. So
yeah, wearing a suit and everything.
When you show that, it's like this guy doesn't look evil. Well, let me show you. Let me not show you his face, and all of a sudden,
and scary
creepy,
music,
dude.
Scary music and a menacing voice.
The operatic.
Now he's the scariest man alive.
Tone kicks in. You're just like, whoo, yeah.
I wanted to bring up the All Might deciding he wants to live. What was that about?
Well, he was just saying that he had chosen to like. Not die on the battlefield. Like, because in theory, could have just given up and died to All for One. But he pushed on to, like, live. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know how close he was to, like, death in that moment. But, I mean, he seemed pretty close. And
he lost his quirk.
Yeah. But, like, he's chosen to, like, live on and, like, live another day. but he has like it's almost like he has survivor's guilt. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's a little different. Survivor's guilt, it's like when, you know, like your buddy dies and you didn't, but like he feels that way of like, I'm not he feels useless. He doesn't have his quirk anymore. He just spent the past 30 years or whatever protecting the whole world forever and always beating back the villains, and now that he's gone, it's like everything's divulging into chaos and becoming worse than it was, and so he feels responsible. And that's when Aizawa comes out and it's just like, like, don't be sorry for living. Like, you did so much for the world. Like, we wouldn't be where we're at without you at this point. So
you deserve to retire.
Yeah, it's just,
he said sit back and watch.
Yeah, sit back and watch. And most heroes and most hero stories, like, you don't usually get a happy ending for that kind of a person. They usually go out in the blaze of glory and hope that people can maintain what they've tried to accomplish.
Yeah.
Whereas he's actually has to live and see it and see the struggle of the next gen, or the struggle of his peers and the hope of the next generation to step up.
Yeah. He gets what a lot of people don't get. He gets to see the fruits of what he sowed. Yeah. Now, I guess it depends on what his final days are like. That's what I mean by I feel like the death might not even be the fact that it's gruesome, but the day he dies might be a day where it feels like there's only despair.
Yeah.
So he feels like everything was for naught, and then he still doesn't get to see the joy that comes after, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
also, this is another jump around point, but President Mike, I mean, he literally said
Dark.
they're starting to piece together the hospital thing, and so is Hawks at the same time.
Yeah.
Jakku.
So I think that they're going to figure out that this doctor is orchestrating this, taking dead bodies to make nomus,
stealing quirks,
or finding quirk kids, kids with quirks that could be useful for One for All, which that'll be a huge puzzle piece if they can figure that out and get that guy to stop the Nomu. I mean,
Deku definitely had a quirk and he snatched it.
Most likely.
You think? I mean, it has to at this point. I mean, that might have been insignificant, or I don't know.
Well, we're assuming that One for All would have had to snag it, right?
Or the doctor, or somebody stacking them up. Yeah, I guess. All
but I'm saying One for All would have had to be the one to do it.
Sure.
I just don't know if
copied his hand.
Well, yeah. What does the doctor do? What can the doctor do?
Nothing. He just
makes the nomus.
He just researches. He's just a smart scientist. And he's never said that he has a specific quirk, but he clearly likes making fucking chimeras, essentially zombie chimeras.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's exciting, because that's our one the one saving grace is that we have Hawks on the inside, and we low key have figured out the hospital thing. So hopefully Aizawa and President Mike can piece that together for the heroes, because otherwise they're gonna be blindsided by the Supernomo thing. The 100,000 is scary. The Supernomo might be worse.
Yeah, 40 of them.
So,
and he could be lying about that number.
He could be making more.
Yeah, that's just Supernomo, by the way.
Yeah, not the regular ones. What the frick, man?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be crazy. Since Deku's dad breathes fire and his mom pulls things to him, if during the day that All for One comes out of prison, he uses the quirks he specifically stole from, say, All Might and Deku to kill people they love using those quirks. The mom, he just sucks over and breathes fire over her face, and he just said, that could have been yours. I took that from you.
That'd
be awful.
And
terrible.
Whatever All Might's power is, kill All Might with the power that was supposed to be his, that he stole from him.
Bananas.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. So we can, if you want to go to season 5 recap.
Yeah, let's start with season 5 characters that shine for you the most. Shine for you, or you enjoyed the most in your watch through of season 5.
I know it already.
Hit me with it.
It's just one character, Bakugo.
Okay.
I've never really been the biggest fan of Bakugo, but this season he's had some wonderful character development, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, agree. What if you had to put 2 other people on though?
Oh, Endeavor.
Yeah.
Just he's trying to reconstruct his family, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Shiggy Diggy, Shigaraki. He's now an actual threat.
Yeah.
Not some whiny kid. I see a man. As All Might said it about some Midoriya, but yeah.
But yeah, I'm impressed with all of them. But I'd say Endeavor was a fun one that I enjoyed. I liked Hawks a lot. I liked that they spotlighted him a lot, and that they flipped a coin for us a couple times. We weren't sure where to feel about him. I wish they gave us more screen time with him though. And then
what's with the outro? The focus on him.
Well,
just showing that he's probably going to be a probably important figure going forward.
He's the key figure to getting this shit, saving Japan. Literally said, if I don't act fast enough, Japan is done. We're done here. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, who's your 3 or 3rd?
I was going to choose somebody lame from the League of Villains that I love, but I think Shiggy's probably the obvious next choice to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the 3 you said are probably the best 3, the best adapted 3 of this season.
Yeah. I'll say number 1 for me is Shigaraki.
Yeah.
The overall improvement, getting his full backstory, and just
that too.
Now the fully coming together of who he is as a person, what he wants, and just the driving force of the villains in this cast.
Yeah.
So that's my number 1. Number 2, it's kind of dumb. I want to say Twice.
I was going to put him in mine, too.
That was the one I was going to choose.
I was going to put him, too.
That was the goofy one I was going to choose.
I don't really care if people think it's goofy, because, first half of Season 5... Cool. First half of Season 5, it was chalked. Got nothing from it.
Same.
IMO. But, so,
I agree with you.
The second half is really where this season turned around for me. But Twice, I think, getting a fuller fleshed out of his backstory, and... Mm-hmm. Him, he's still nuts, but kind of getting him back together, seeing how far he'd go for his friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just, I really enjoyed that. And then my last one before the battery dies.
You may just cut the battery while you think.
Yeah, you can cut the battery.
Peace. At random.
I'm trying to help.
At random, and then you just have to
trying to help
sport one in case.
Back. Okay, number 3, I will say, I'll give it to Endeavor.
Yeah.
Just because we saw the human side of Endeavor. And I know it's dumb because it was last season, but I kind of just put that last episode into this season.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just because it didn't really match anything from 4. It was literally the arc. It was the arc ended, and then we started
2 episodes.
And we started this arc with that. You know what I mean? So to me, that's where I kind of start with it. And you get seeing Endeavor's peak, seeing him really try and care for his family, kind of getting more of the Todoroki family background, and then also the build up to Dabi. I would really okay, sorry, not to jump off of this 3-person thing, but I want to say this. I need something from Dabi to make this more interesting of a I know we got the little one-off whatever
one brother
or whatever he said to him to Endeavor when he pulled up at the end of last season, or at the beginning of the season rather, I know we had that, but I just need him to show something. We need him to talk with Shigaraki and express his hatred for Endeavor, or why is he doing the things he's doing? Why is he why did he join when Stain popped up? Just something, because Dabi, there's nothing there. We just know that he is a burn victim, and he's probably a Todoroki, and that he uses blue flames. There's nothing more.
We don't even know what his quirk is called.
Yeah.
When they flash his name, we don't know what his quirk is.
So I just need some type of personality thing for me to make that drama and that storyline even more impactful. Because once, like, I feel like it'd be so much different if we knew that, like, this guy had a shitty upbringing and he's like, I hated my father. Like, even if before we knew about this or made the assumptions, because this wasn't really on my mind when Dobby first appeared. I was just like, oh, he's just another bad guy with flame power. Like, if they had introduced him back then and had him with, like, all this hatred towards his family and felt that he was abandoned and mistreated and abused because of the way he turned out, then I would feel like this would have so much more meaning as we're unraveling that he's probably, I don't remember the name, Tenya? No. Toya, yeah. So that's where I fit in that.
Yeah, I hope they don't, like, backtrack on the story and, like, try to... Like, we already know Endeavor wasn't a great father. I don't want, like, with Shigaraki, you can have empathy because you didn't know that he came from that background where he felt isolated. So, like, you can, like, understand his rage in the moment. Where, like, we have enough clues now to be like, okay, Dobby probably got pushed to his brink, probably thought to have died in an accident, and he's going to hate his father. But we've already had that with the other two brothers.
Exactly.
So it's going to be redundant, and it's going to be like, okay, well, at this point, we all have come to the point where we kind of forgive Endeavor. So it's like, the impact won't be as significant.
Mm-hmm. Unless it becomes a wild story.
Yeah, of like, he's like literally just beating the kid to a pulp, and it's like, but then it just kills all season 5. Like,
yeah, it does. I see what you're saying, yeah.
You know, because, like, they can do that, and it'll be good for, like, shock value. And then I guess it'll polarize everybody, because everybody's seeing the effort with Endeavor now, and then it's going to be the whole, like, well, now that he's done even worse atrocities, can you forgive him? And I guess it will come back to the end of the day of, there will be people who will forgive him, there will be people who will be like, nope, too late, don't even care. That whole season 5 just spent its entire, like, decent arc trying to forgive him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I want them to approach it and make it, like, not that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they will, but that's what I want. And I guess, we said all our characters. Shigaraki being one of the best. Endeavor, Hawks, and Twice. And Bakugo, yeah. Twice was a good one.
I wanted to put him up there.
That one story, like, kind of... Like, it was, like, super, like... There's nothing wrong about this dude, really. Like, I mean, he's doing, like, low...
I feel bad for him.
He's doing, like, low criminal acts, which is, like, like, everybody has their, like, bad vices, but, like, it's...
mental disorder.
It's that, and, like, obviously the bad cards of life.
Yeah, like, he just got dealt the worst hand that kind of put him in this spot.
Yeah.
And he made a mistake.
Do you guys have, like, a favorite moment of the series? If you had to choose, like, one thing that, like, shined bright or you just really loved? I know it's hard.
I mean, since I know it's very recent because of what has happened, but the past 2 episodes with Shigaraki, I think that's probably the moment that shined through the most. Like, just his battle with Rodestro and his
origin,
his ascension to, like, a new person. I think that really changes the game for my hero, for me. And leveling, or not leveling, but rather raising the stakes to an all-new high.
Yeah.
That's where I am. That's, like, my personal favorite moment. I don't have, like, multiple, just because, like I said, first 12 episodes were chalked.
Yeah. I would personally say, I think...
Shit.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Shit!
Sorry, it's 2. It's also
Fuck!
Aizawa's episode.
Fuck!
That easily was a standout moment in this season. Sorry.
I was trying to remember, there was an episode where I was like, dude, there was such a good episode. I think it's that one.
So is that your moment for the series?
I'm stuck between this, and I've really enjoyed the Vestiges episode.
Okay. I'd say my favorite...
But I think this is number 1.
I'd say my favorite moment is getting to know the League of Villains. I liked getting to spend time with them because I wanted that for a bit.
Yeah.
I like establishing who our others are.
Yeah.
So.
I will say overall, season ended on a high note. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Did not start as well.
No.
But we got to a good spot, and I am very excited for where we're going from here.
Yeah.
the end of season 4, I mean, I know the Endeavor thing was crazy, and I was like, "What's going on?" I really had no sense of like what direction was going.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's a big war coming, Day, if you will, like, I'm excited for what we've got coming.
Seems like it's not far either. Spring.
What's your Yelp review out of 10
for this?
Yeah, accounting for everything in season 5.
6.
Yeah.
5.
I was gonna say
5.
I was gonna say 6. Just because
5.5.
Just because like the first 40% of the season sucked. I think the 60% is great, but if you had to watch it again, there's only like 60%.
I'd skip the entire
of
first
content.
12 episodes.
Yeah. Keep with the second half of the story.
Yeah.
We like that stuff, and I think that's more on par with My Hero.
And a time jump. Just give us a time jump.
Yeah. Don't go to the useless stuff unless it's gonna mean stuff. I might feel like season 2 if they. I felt like season 2 to what we just watched. Season 6, if they like spend a lot of time with Class B, then I'll be like, okay, I'll bump that 60 to a 70. But that 40% was still pretty atrocious. But I really like the stuff we got in the second half. So
yeah,
I'd really like us to watch the movies before we watch season 6.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much time we got before season 6 rolls around. We gotta give us some
We're
time.
a year and a half.
Gotta give us some time. Got some shows to get through.
Yep, I'm good.
All right.
Wrap up.
Guys, if you made it this far, make sure you leave a like on it. We want to hear your thoughts as well. What are your thoughts on the overall conclusion of Season 5? What would you rate it if you were a Yelp reviewer? Check out the Patreon if you want to check out some of our other anime shows or live action that we got going on. If you want to support us in those means, if you don't, that's okay too. We appreciate you for being here and making it this far. But for the time being, we are going to go plus ultra. See ya!
Crumble the table.
My villain.